still have to. And if you are a wild card team, I sure as hell don't want to play Colorado in the first round because it's going to be a waste of 8 days.
Welcome in to day one of a waste of 8 days. The DNVR Avalanche podcast presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Use code DNVR to sign up for a new account to get amazing odds boosts every single day. Go on over, go have a party, go do whatever you're going to do tonight because the Avs win 7-2 over the Nashville Predators. In what was pure dominance. We'll get to all of it, I am sure. Meghan, Blais, Rudo, Jesse will be joining us after media availability. It's party night. It is party night, top to bottom. Who wants to take the 60-second rundown?
I've got some concerns.
Oh my God! Shut up.
Not it.
No. All right, I'll do it. I'll take it. Get the clock ready. Ready. So the Avs scored 5 goals in the first period. Nashville had 6 shots in the first period. David Rittich played less ice time than Cale Makar in this hockey game. And then the game was over. The game was over after period 1. Nothing else really mattered. The Avs added 2 more goals, 1 in each period. The Preds added 2. Matt Duchene single-handedly added 2 more goals.
Congratulations to Matt Duchene and meaningless goal.
He scores a goal to make it 6-1 and a goal to make it 7-2. Big-time stuff. The Avs played exactly the way you wanted them to coming into this playoff series. Not many negatives to be heard of here. Easy money. Stop the clock. Look at that. 4 seconds to go before this alarm goes off.
It's way easier now that there's a timer. Like, it used to just be like, go. Okay, what do you think you're at? I don't know. 20, 30 seconds? 2 minutes? I don't know.
Yeah, well, you should have waited till there was a timer, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. We're going to go through all of it here, but how much was this what we expected, and how much was this a relief that the Avs got it, that they know what's up in the playoffs?
I think Blais is probably prepared to say it's a huge relief, but it exceeded my expectation. I think we talked goal predictions, and I said something a little more conservative, like 4-2, and it didn't end up being conservative at all. So
No.
I think I was trying to be realistic, and that's why it exceeded my expectation, just in every way.
The Avs are not bounded by reality at this point.
No.
I mean, this was a team that for the last 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, they've been listening to media talk about concerns. You listen to Twitter talking about concerns. Are they frauds? What's going on with the goaltending? What's going on with the offense? What's happening with this team? And, they had just clinched the West, and they were just screwing around, and guess what? That's exactly what they were doing, because they came out and showed you what a focused team can do when it's all hands on deck. This is ridiculous. Like, I'm changing my my 4-2
To a 4-0?
to a 4-0
Let's
right
go!
now.
Team Rudo out here with the 4-0.
I'm sorry. I mean, like, if they play like this every night, that team just can't hang.
Maybe the most impressive part of this is the Avs made it 5-0, and it was clear that they took a gear off in the second and third period,
Right.
and they still just kind of did whatever they wanted to this hockey team. They're good. I don't know what to tell you. Dude, in this game, Roman Josi who? Like, where was that guy? Genuinely. Non-existent.
Go back to that. If you thought I was serious about them being concerned, you should go back and watch those pods again. I was very concerned.
Oh boy.
Kind of framed it like I'll only be concerned after game 1,
Yep.
pending the outcome.
Yeah.
100%. And this is the outcome where it's like my concern might actually be in the negative now. That's the opposite of concern. I'm worried about being overconfident at this point.
I was grasping at an area of the Avs game tonight that I would criticize. I still don't really have
Yeah.
anything.
It's genuinely tough.
I don't think that this team's going to come out and turbo dunk a team like this again.
No.
I think
it's
I
not
think
gonna
what
look
you're going
like
to see
this.
is a little bit closer of games moving forward. But you can see when the Avs are focused, they can outplay this team
Well-
in every portion of the
Yeah,
game.
100%. And, I joked about it on the watch along a little bit, but if you're Nashville, do you start Connor Ingram?
Yeah, I actually think of the goalies, he played pretty well.
I agree.
And he's a pretty good AHL goaltender. I actually like Ingram as a netminder, but if I'm Rittich too, after that first period, I would be in my head way too much to be trustworthy to start the next game.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for him because it was the Avs scoring the 5 goals on him, but
No, he looked sad on the bench though.
yeah, well, he was back there breaking sticks when he walked down the tunnel, so
Oh.
he got some of the anger out.
I mean, you got lit up, but it's going to happen.
There's 5
Right.
goals and 13 shots, I think.
I mean, there are great
Yeah.
shots too. I mean, it's nothing against him. It's just there was MacKinnon's goal was unreal. The first goal was
Yeah.
unreal.
Yeah.
Taves' goal was just a perfectly placed shot. It wasn't hard. It was 16 inches off the ice over the pad.
Which one are you maybe the Lekkonen goal you're not super happy about, but
Yeah, was that the rebound that
no,
just came back?
that was Cogs on the
Oh,
side.
that was Cogs.
Yeah.
Short ended.
Yeah, I mean,
Better
letting
rebound
Cogliano
control.
score.
Yeah, that's fair.
I know what you mean. Lekkonen's shot, it's like he only caught a piece of it
Yeah,
and it kind of coasted
the
in.
change up a
Yeah.
little
But
bit.
it's
Yeah.
still in it.
Right.
Cale Makar's off the helmet.
Oh my Jesus, Cale Makar. We'll get to that in a
Yeah,
little
so-
bit.
Such a fun goal.
I don't. I don't know how Nashville. You said about the Avs. You don't know where a negative is. I don't know where a positive is in this game for Nashville.
That was also difficult, actually.
You cannot feel good about anything on Nashville's side here. And like Blais said, you don't see a team get 7 dropped on their head in the playoffs back to back very often. So I expect a more competitive team, but the Avs kind of went out there and said, "You can't stop us tonight."
Yeah.
So it starts, I think, particularly one of the biggest things that people were concerned about going into these playoffs were like, the Avs power play has sucked lately. They get 3 minutes into this hockey game and
Yep.
it takes 12 seconds.
Yep.
Nathan MacKinnon in the bumper spot with the finish. Is this good systems? Is this just quality? The Avs know what they're about and they take care of it? Or is this Nathan MacKinnon is just that good?
I think it's playoff Nathan MacKinnon
Okay.
in Nathan MacKinnon mode. I also think Nashville has a particularly bad penalty kill, and they played pretty undisciplined, so that favors the Avalanche and can help get things going for the power play moving forward, because I do think the system looked good tonight, and that was an area of concern I think we talked about,
Yep.
was the power play specifically. It looked better.
They
They had a good amount of chances to get it going.
Yeah.
so.
Yes. And even the ones they didn't score on, there was not a lot of that, they're struggling to get into the
Right.
zone,
They
that kind
were-
of thing.
They were pretty
Well,
much...
and even before the start of the playoffs, Nashville's PK has been on the slide.
Bad.
Yeah, I know I was in the chat a few days ago when
Yeah.
you guys were talking, but I had looked at it and they had been on the decline in the last I would say 15 games. So I don't know exactly what the last 10 games look like, but they definitely haven't been playing well on the PK. And I mean, the Avs exposed it tonight.
Without a doubt, Nashville is naked up on stage trying to do the school report right now. it's a nightmare for them for sure. Continuing down the list of goals in the first period, Devon Toews kind of just walks in on the far side, and
Great shot.
he's good. I don't know how else you describe that one.
It's a well-placed shot. I mean, that's, coaches love that shot from a player.
Yep.
I mean, that's hard to stop. Like, everyone wants to go, bar down, but putting it right over the pad of a goalie is a very skilled shot. So,
yeah, no arguments on that one. The highlights are playing right now on the TV, and it's actually dumb.
See, that was so close to getting
easy.
my 4th point there
Matt
for my.
Baranki could do it.
Oh,
Mikko was gonna jam it home. I think a part of what makes especially the early part of this game so impressive. MacKinnon gets the power play goal. Toews gets the 5-on-5 goal. Cogs shows up, gets the shorty. So you're 8 minutes into this hockey game? You're down 3-0. They've scored on you in 3 different ways. What do you? I don't know what to say. My job is to talk about this game, and it was ridiculous. Let's start here with this. You get up 3-0 like that in the Avs, and one of the big questions from the season again. We've seen the Avs get leads and let the pedal go a little bit. What is it that allows them to keep the gas down in the playoffs?
it's the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, like, we've seen the Avs get complacent with a 3-goal lead, and that's something that you do during a regular season because the games just don't mean as much as a playoff game. And I've been talking about this is like when you see a totally focused Avs team, they're not going to let off the gas in the playoffs. I mean, think about the last 2 years and the disappointments, right? Like, I hope that the conversation that they're having in the locker room right now is, that's great. We won 7-1. How did we end up last year against Vegas after just beating the boots off of them in the first game, right? It's all about just keeping that focus, that concentration on what you're trying to achieve with this playoff run. And I think you're starting to understand, like, these players have been there, they've experienced what playoff hockey is, and now they understand that there's no time just to let off the gas. Like, you're on the ice, it's all gas, no break.
Yeah. It's a
And that's what they're going
testament.
to have to do for 16 wins.
That was something but viewership question too was, can they apply pressure as needed? We said yes, but there have been times where they let off the gas prematurely and teams come back from behind. And they didn't do that today. And I think that it's just a testament to the Avalanche having a better feel for when they need to apply pressure than we expected.
Yeah, and again, this is called being battle tested, right? Like, this is the first round of the playoffs. It's not going to get easier. You advance out of the first round. That other team that you're playing in the second round has that same mentality.
It only gets
So
cheaper.
it's just multiplies on the focus that you're going to need to win going forward.
I think they wanted to send a message too after the
Absolutely.
April 16th games, everything
Yeah.
that followed.
Yeah.
There were lots of conversations about the Avalanche being the team that could do it, and I think they wanted to send a message tonight that they are.
Yeah, absolutely.
They've been that girl.
You look at the season record, and everyone's like, "Well, Nashville's got this. Like, Nashville can beat the Avalanche." Like, it's one of the teams that they had an issue with this year. And if you're national media, if you're somebody that's not following those games, you don't understand the context of how those games were won, right? So it's easy to have that conversation of, well, maybe Nashville has a chance here. But I just go back to when the Avs are focused on winning games, I don't know if there's another team in the league that can stop them from doing what they did tonight.
Look, St. Louis blew Minnesota out last night.
Yes.
And I guarantee you they were scoreboard watching tonight, saw this game, and went, fuck. We will get to Jesse in just a second here. We are brought to you by Breckenridge Brewery, the official beer of DNVR. Go get some. Go get our new shirt in tandem with them.
Ooh, I need to get one of those tonight.
Yeah, the Howler shirt. It's
here.
sick.
There you go, 2 of them.
You also have Nasty, limited edition. Get your Nasty shirt. When they sell out, they're gone. They're
Look,
not coming
there's
back.
only I was talking to Merchel tonight. Said there's only about 5 left in each size, and we're not reordering these ones because we all know what's going to happen
when
after
Naz
this year.
goes, he's gone.
Can't hold on to that stock.
So get it while it's good. Go get yourself some Breck Brew 2 here at the bar or at your local liquor store. Use the Breck Beer Locator online. You can also buy that hat. Everyone always asks us where you can get that hat. breckbrew.com. Go buy it. Also brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Blais hit 3 bets in the first 10 minutes of this hockey game.
The 4.5 over in the first period.
First period.
Giggling.
Actually ridiculous. So go get your money, whether it's betting on the Avs, the NHL playoffs, or otherwise. If you're a new account, use code DNVR when you sign up. You can bet on any NBA playoff game, just $5. You don't even have to be right. You make the bet, you get $150 in free bets. Put every single penny on the Avs to win the cup after tonight. It's that easy to make money at DraftKings. Get over there. Be sure to use the DNVR code. Must be 21 or older. Colorado only. Other terms, restrictions, and conditions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Of course, if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. Jesse, I imagine this was a very happy post-game media availability.
Yeah. So Gabe Landeskog and Cale Makar spoke, and then obviously Jared Bednar. Honestly, probably not as way upbeat as you would expect.
Sure.
Very level.
Love it.
A lot of
Love
we wanted to get off to a good start. We played the way we wanted to, but a lot of talk about being prepared for game 2. Jared Bednar mentioned a couple times, we know we are going to get their very best effort next game.
Yep.
And that was what a lot of the folks was about, talking about, how did the team respond? There's a lot of people in my mentions from last week saying that I was such an idiot, that I didn't know hockey because teams can't just flip the switch on and off.
Oh, no?
They seemed pretty happy with the flip of the switch tonight. But, just a lot of emphasis on, we did a lot of good things, but we've got to make sure that we don't get too far ahead of ourselves, and we have to keep doing those same good things. Nathan MacKinnon was the first star of the game, spoke after the game. And, they were asking him, things got a little chippy out there. Are you guys expecting that to continue? And he said, I don't know. I don't care. We're here to play hockey. So
he's like, I don't even know what the final score was.
Right.
Was that Cale?
That was Nate.
MacKinnon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But, man, they just... There was a real sense around morning skate today, amongst the media. You're sitting there watching these guys, and you could tell starting on... What day is it? Is today Tuesday?
It is Tuesday. Hard to believe, I know.
Starting on Sunday, there was just a different mentality, a different intensity at practice. Everything was just ramped up a little bit. And then just watching Nashville these last couple days in those same settings, practicing right after the Avs, morning skate right after the Avs, energy just wasn't anywhere near the same. The intensity wasn't anywhere near the same. I did Nashville's media availability today after morning skate, and it was very subdued. A lot of no one's giving us a chance, and we're looking forward to hopefully proving some people wrong. And D-Mac from 104.3 The Fan walked up to me after, and he was in the same availability. He goes, yeah, this game tonight is done. He goes, you know what this media sounds like? It sounds exactly the way the Nuggets sounded 2 weeks ago. And the Nuggets were all injured, and they knew they were kind of outmatched. Yeah. And to him, that was kind of how the Preds sounded this morning. Look, we don't have UC Saros. We are aware of what we're up against. and the Avs took it to them. I would have pulled David Riddick after 3. But I mean, how can you not love?
Would it have
everything
mattered?
About?
Yeah.
Well, no. But I mean, I don't know how you go back to him at any point in this series now.
I agree with that. We were even having the conversation of if UC Saros was healthy, does this game even look that different?
Oh, dude, I just that first period, that was the Avs at as close to 100% in terms of how they were playing, let alone their health. Like, that's as close to a perfect period as you can get. To your point, maybe with Saros it's 4-0.
Yeah, great.
But
Nashville real feeling good about themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, honestly, that is the team right there that Blais, you were just talking about. I wrote about it earlier this week. If everything is equal, if you get every team's 100% effort, I don't think there's a team better than the Avs. And that was just like a slice of, we are this much better than Nashville when we're clicking.
Yep. Agreed 100%, I think. Punctuated by Cale Makar's goal.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesse, you were in the building for it.
Yeah.
What in the world?
Well, when he danced the first guy, my first thought was, oh, damn, same wall as the Chicago goal. Yeah. And then he did it again. And then he almost did it identically again. Yep. That, to me, was the goal where it was done. That one broke Nashville for the game. It was just like you were already getting run out of the building, and then they just start this globetrotter shit. The place was going nuts. Mikko hits the crossbar 15 seconds into the game. Like, that, the Cale goal, the game was over. It was done.
I know I'm looking a little forward here, but should the Avs be concerned about Calgary? I mean, they won tonight 1-0 against the Dallas Stars.
Was it 1-0?
1-0.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
We broke the camera.
Should also mention this was one other newsworthy thing out of availability. Andrew Cogliano is officially day-to-day. Pretty much any injury in the playoffs,
You never,
day-to-day.
Yeah, you're never going to really know.
But he did also, Bednar did also say that Nico Sturm took that shot in the arm. He went down. He was hurt. Again, it's playoffs, so he came back and finished it, but said he was in some discomfort to finish the game. So if they practice tomorrow, wouldn't be surprised to see both those dudes take the day
Maintenance
off.
days for sure.
Yep.
At least. And, I mean, we can have this conversation now since we're in the room. Obviously, you never want to see anyone get hurt, but if one of Cogs or Sturm is out, oh, darn, you got to play Alex Newhook.
Right. Yeah, and I'm hoping they practice tomorrow because I'm wanting to get a better explanation as to just what the thought process was. I mean, obviously, if there's anyone that's pissed about tonight, maybe it's Alex Newhook because you're like, I'm never going back in the lineup. But, you know, I post-game availability, Bednar's never going to get too into that, you know, the lineup decisions, but it was just a peculiar move. I don't think anybody had that penciled in their fully healthy lineup, Alex Newhook in the press box.
Yeah, definitely didn't. On the pregame, we were speculating, and it is pure speculation. Like, maybe he's not quite 100%. Maybe there's something there, but...
So, it was funny because... Meghan, you know, they do power play work at morning skate, and then Bednar tells everyone you're on your own, and everyone kind of goes and starts working on face-offs, tipping pucks in front of the net. They'll do a little bit of 5-on-3. Well, Bednar was skating around, and he was talking to guys. And I noticed him. He went over and tapped McDermott on the shin pad, said something to him. Went over, talked to Jack Johnson, had a little conversation with him. Stopped by Logan O'Connor. And then he pulled Alex Newhook like kind of away from everyone else. And we were getting ready to walk towards the media room, and I just stopped and I was like, that's a weird conversation to be having. But I didn't really think anything of it because they
stuff like that
talk
happens,
with all kinds of guys. But then as you kind of start thinking about it, you're like, well, McDermott, Jack Johnson, Logan O'Connor.
There's some...
It's not a great list to be on in terms of wanting to play that night.
Yeah.
And sure enough, you know, that's how it shook out. But I really thought right up until warm-ups, we'll see Newhook at the last second. But like I said, it worked out. So
yeah. I like you said off the top, it's like Alex Newhook is looking at this and going, don't think the Avs want to change much.
Yeah, don't know what else I could have brought to this.
To circle back a little bit, our king of the game is Cale Makar. It could have gone to Nathan MacKinnon. We'll talk about him, but that goal sent it over the top for me. Just absolute filthy human being.
Roman Josi, who?
Exactly right. Exactly.
Was he
right.
out there tonight? I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
I saw him take a one-handed whack at Mikko as he blew by him at one point.
There was a lot of blowing by Predators tonight, so
What franchise record? Most points in a playoff period.
yeah.
Cale Makar.
Cale Makar.
Really?
Yeah, 3 points in the first. Set the franchise record. So just knocking down more of them.
Easy.
When do the votes need to be in? I'm just
I
wondering.
thought about that. I thought about that halfway through the game. I think they had to be in before the playoffs started.
I can't
think it was,
wait.
like, last
If Roman Josi wins and they just slam dunk this team in four games, it's like,
Well, especially Makar's out there doing stuff like that. It's like,
well, even on the
Okay.
just like you said, as he's getting burned by Mikko,
right.
one hand slashing, cool,
yeah.
cool, best defenseman in the league, all around defenseman in the league, right there.
Well, and then Matt Duchene.
Yeah, Matt Duchene puts in 2 meaningless goals.
Congratulations. That is the most Matt Duchene thing that could ever
Dude,
happen.
Say it all the time. Matt Duchene's greatest hits. Sick goals, garbage time.
Meghan, you were raised on the Matt Duchene era. What is the relationship like there?
A lot of love lost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Straightforward with it.
Were you a Duchener?
No, not. I mean, I did like him while
Yeah.
he was with Colorado, but I also liked Ryan O'Reilly. And near the end of both their time here, I became pretty disenchanted by both of them.
Really?
Yeah.
I liked Ryan O'Reilly. I didn't like Ryan O'Reilly's dad. I thought he
He went
was
from a
not
guy-
good for his brand. But
Yeah,
Running
yeah.
Pepsi Center stairs, and I just saw him check out in his last season a little bit there, and
Yeah.
that was a stark contrast from the Ryan O'Reilly that was running Pepsi Center stairs at one point.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
to see him check out like that really bothered me.
Yep.
Love lost, I think, is the best way to describe Avalanche fans and Matt Duchene. I don't know how much. I got a text from someone asking, did I just hear a Duchene sucks chant? So I know it was at least coming through a little bit, but a lot of Duchene sucks chants and a lot of booing anytime he grabbed the puck.
Yeah. But you gotta realize he did a lot for the Avalanche.
Oh, dude, 100%. He
Not in his play on the ice, but what his worth was after Sakic traded him.
You know what? I'm not going to go down this road tonight. Well, yeah.
For an off day, for sure.
But dude, like, there's party that feels bad for him because he was another one that I don't think ever had, like, the right, fair expectations. Everyone was like, hey, be Sidney Crosby. And he was like, I'm a 50, 60 point guy. And everyone was like, no, Sidney Crosby or nothing. Sorry.
I don't know.
Sucks to suck.
I'm fine with guys like that as long as the attitude's the right way. Like, he is another Jack Eichel to me.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
I always felt like he kind of got a lousy shake here.
Sure.
Because everyone just had unrealistic expectations for what he was supposed to be.
Yeah. But the attitude on top of it, and like I'm reading into things. Obviously, I don't know the guy. He could be a great guy, but
It sounds like it followed him though.
it just
Future
from the things
teams.
that you hear, like you're just like, is he a team guy or is he a all about my stats guy?
Look, like,
Is he the guy after the game
Even
grabbing the
after-
paper to see what he did?
I didn't mean
big
to do that.
cheer?
After his first goal, he was looking around like, "Where's my hug?" to his teammates, but it was
Yeah.
for a fist bump, and it felt very Duchene to me.
Yeah. I mean, the Patrick Waugh,
Yeah.
that was my favorite Patrick Waugh moment.
I still think it's dumb, but
It's what?
I still think it's dumb, but
Yeah, I bet you do. I bet you do, of all people. But it's a shame that it ended the way it did.
is it?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, like, it was such a great story from the first.
I hear you.
Because he was such a huge Avs fan.
I'm not saying it's a shame it ended. Ending changed the Colorado Avalanche franchise, but like, it's a shame that it got as sour as it did. Because like, that's got to be a tough night for him tonight.
Yeah.
Like, you grew up idolizing the Colorado Avalanche watching their playoff games in that building, and now you're there and 18,000 people are chanting Duchene sucks.
Just watching you get turbo dunked by the Avs.
And I feel like it was almost worse that he scored those goals. Like, ugh. Oh my God! Yahir
this is
just busting
such a
up the
bad
set.
pod.
Yahir's drunk.
Were we in the intro?
Yes.
Did he play the right intro this
I was gonna
time?
say, I doubt it.
I only hate Jeff.
Yeah.
Duchene reminds me of that meme, right, where the guy's like kissing the girl,
Yeah,
drinking
yeah,
a champagne,
yeah.
and then they
Third
pan
place.
out. No, not that one. It's the one where he's like 10th place.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but like my whole thing with Duchene, we can move on in terms of like, there must be something to it. Those interviews that Adrian Dater did for BSN in New York after he got traded, and he did the interviews in the locker room with the other players. Those responses don't come from nothing.
Yeah.
Like there was legitimate disdain, dislike, whatever it was. There was something that really sat sour with the Avs core that is still here. And Nathan MacKinnon way downplayed the whole Duchene thing yesterday, but like, it's in the back of their head a little bit.
Yeah, I felt like a PR response. What else can McKinnon say in that moment?
Fuck 'em. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I wish he would. I wish he would.
No, that was
Jesse, you want Pink Whitney or some Fireball?
anything but Fireball.
Pink Whitney it is.
Whitney
Anything
it
that's
is.
not Fireball. Yeah.
All right, winner's shots time. Dr. Dubs in the house. Yahir's even
I got
going.
Pink Whitney.
Do you want Fireball? I'll trade you. I
gave-
don't care.
There should be 5.
Yeah, Yahir's got one.
All right.
I
Good.
already did one. I'm kidding.
You already did one.
I'm kidding.
Just the volume
Yeah, what is
at
that?
which they fill it up.
Wow, this was generous.
It's not it's a gulp.
It's solid.
You want more? Is that what you're saying?
Down to the
the first time I've
DNVR
seen-
bar.
It's the first time I've seen Jesse take a drink.
Yeah.
Dude can't even use a microphone. He's trying to give me shit.
I've had a long night.
He may have had some Lightshade products before the pod.
No, not me.
This game, I genuinely don't know how it could have gone better. I guess if Darcy Kuemper gets a shutout,
Yeah.
that's the only thing that you're like, oh, darn.
Benning gets a tummy ache and gets thrown out.
Did you just say he gets a tummy ache?
Yeah, I didn't want to wish him
Tum-tum-
too
his
much harm.
tum-tum hurts?
I didn't want to make him,
Just
wish him harm. I just wanted him gone.
Just not here.
Benning.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish Bednar would be like, is your tum-tum okay?
Live, that's what he said to Alex Newhook at the practice.
No, Rudo, but like honestly, I mean, you're fully healthy. Gabe Landeskog gets a goal, picks up an assist, looks great out there, and
I mean, look at you get goals from Landy, MacKinnon, Makar,
Right.
Toews, Lehkonen.
and then so this is actually perfect. AJ and I talked about this morning at morning skate, that in each series you need your third and fourth line to contribute at least 3 goals.
Yep.
Your top guys, Nathan MacKinnon said it yesterday, the top guys have to drive the bus. You need your depth. You need that bottom 6 scoring for sure. But the top guys have to drive the bus. Obviously, you don't need 7 goals every night, but all of those guys, and then who's the other one?
Cogs.
Andrew Cogliano. In a moment when you still needed that in the
It
game.
was 2-0 at that
Right.
point, and Nashville on a power play.
On a power play, and he just straight out works everyone. And that right there, you sit there, you're like, cool, you do one more thing in this playoff run, and money well spent at the deadline.
That was the rebound,
Yeah.
very sharp angle shot into the net. That was a great shot.
Chases
that
down
rebound, yeah.
Chases down a puck, pursues heavy on the forecheck, wins a battle, gets to the net, gets a shot off, collects his own rebound, and then punches it home. It's 30-something-year-old Andrew Cogliano that you got for a 5th at the deadline, pushing the lead to 3-0, and
I've been shitting on him all year. So it's awesome to see him score.
yeah. No, dude, like I said, 3-0, have a big bowl of see ya. This game's over. Like,
It genuinely, I've been trying to think of a better playoff period than the Avs had in the first period of this hockey game, and I can't.
It's fun.
I can't think of a single period that was better.
I tweeted out at the end of the first period. I was like, "Here's my buddy turns to me and goes, that might be the greatest period of hockey I've ever watched in my life." And I was like, I'm not going to tell you you're wrong.
Yeah.
Nashville had 6 shots on goal. The Avs had 5 goals. And to boot, like, Darcy Kuemper didn't have to do a lot, but one fantastic save.
Phenomenal stuff.
Oh, yeah. Was it where he had his glove out?
Yeah,
And then he
yep.
kind of curled back
Yep.
in?
Yeah.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about Kemper's game overall?
I have
Fantastic.
concerns.
I've got some concerns.
Oh, the
Yeah.
jacket is in the house.
Someone went to the Avs game, then the thrift shop on the way
Kale,
back.
you have to
Fucking
sleep in
right.
that. You can never take it off now.
No, I was telling him before. Look, I was telling him before, like, that's a 90s jacket with a 90s fit. It's perfect.
Yeah.
No, it is great.
Do you have stuff in the pockets, or are they just that? All right, okay, cool. I was like, whoa, that's a lot of material.
Oh, he got the cup.
Those are great.
No pom-poms?
Hell yeah.
No, there were pom-poms, too.
Yeah, they definitely did pom
That's not.
There it is. Woo!
They just have a giant box
Bro,
downstairs of those from
I would also-
1998.
Yeah.
They're just like, we got to get through these things. Just keep giving them
I would
out.
like to point out, his pocket there was like the grandma from Halloween
Pink kept
Town.
coming.
It just kept coming. Like, that was... Yeah, he had food in there. He had multiple souvenirs. A second jacket.
It's incredible, honestly. We are brought to you by Avaca TV. It's the first round. You can still, if you're local, watch the Avs on Avaca TV in these playoffs. They're on altitude locally. It's the way to get it. You can go get Avaca TV for just $10 a month, plus $5 for the receiver, so $15 a month. Jump on it. Use code DNVR when you go over to avaca.tv/DNVR. First 3 months for just that $15. After that, it's $25. Not very expensive. Certainly cheaper than options like DirecTV or otherwise. They also have national channels. They have AT&T Sportsnet. Jesse would love this song.
Who doesn't love this
The
song?
Killers are overrated.
I didn't say the Killers. I just said who doesn't love this song. It's a classic.
Their older stuff's better.
Yeah, like this.
No, before this.
How old? Sorry, get to the rest of it.
Avaca TV will not fight you like we're about to fight on this podcast.
Don't joke about that.
I don't know. Would we be? I think both of us might be tougher than some of the scum shit that Nashville tried to pull in this game, but we'll get to that. Go to avaca.tv/DNVR, sign up there, get your Avs, Nuggets, Broncos, Rockies, Rapids, Mammoth. Hopefully, I need the Eagles to get on television in this state. I need
What,
it
the
bad.
Colorado Eagles?
We have talked about that. Does that not seem like just
it's
like
the
the easiest
easiest,
layup
yeah.
for altitude of all time?
Yep. I don't understand.
Does the AHL TV own
No,
their rights?
they have local stations broadcasting that stuff all over the place.
Bro, ask Meghan. The Eagles love any type of AHL teams. Just love publicity.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, they're not like rolling in money like major league clubs. Like anytime they can get their name out there, they're all about it. That'd be wild. I don't know if the AHL had something like that. That'd be the dumbest thing of all time.
They
since you
don't.
Can't. Okay.
They definitely
All right, yeah.
don't. At least not
Come
like
on,
a hard
Blais. So
line.
dumb.
Let's get to these super chats and then we'll
hate
talk
you,
about the
Jesse.
goonery afterward. $10 from Andrew. Nothing to say, but thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Let's go.
$5 from Real Politic. 2 goals? Who cares? Turn the lights off. Send Duchene home.
Great one.
What a win. Love the reference. You're
Hey,
getting in
2
there.
goals. How about 2 goals in the first period? Or 4 goals? Or 5
Or
goals?
5.
Yeah.
Honk, honk.
Breck playing out there?
I'm not actually 100% sure. I'm assuming the 2 for a brew deal counts for the playoffs, but I'm not making any guarantees.
Rudo 100% guarantees it. Puts his name on
I
it.
will
Rudo
buy
said-
your beer.
Tell him.
Rudo
Thank
said
you.
if Breck isn't going to cover it, send those receipts to him.
Send me
He
the-
will cover it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Wow, let's
What a
all get
guy.
round of
Let's
applause
go.
for
That's
Rudo
really generous.
taking up the 2 for a brew
You can,
out of his own pocket.
My address is
Thank you for
1600
complimenting me.
Pennsylvania Avenue. $5 $5 from Tyler. Send forth all legions. Do not stop the attack until the cup is taken. Slay them all.
Let's go.
All hail Cale.
Intense. Woo.
Here for it. Marching down. Wow, very generous, even if it is Canadian
Yeah,
funny
seriously.
money.
Thank you.
$28 from Randy. Finally, we can see what the whole team can do healthy. First of 16 wins, boys.
That's right. Randy knows what's up.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean that's the war cry for sure. $10 from
Show
Dilly
it.
Dilly. Huge statement win by the Avs. Here's to a waste of 8 days for trash. 7 more days to go. Check it off the list.
Love it.
$20 from Micah. If you don't know, that's the dude who was on the watch along with me tonight. Thanks for having me on. Why are you paying me to say that?
Even if he is a Red Wings
Hey,
fan.
by the way, Micah believes that
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Brett Burns is a better defenseman than Cale Makar. I've heard it,
I've also heard it.
I've heard it
I can double
out of
stamp
his mouth.
confirm this. Yep.
and that is Rudo's buddy.
This is nothing but an absolute fact. Ixo facto, that is also Rudo's opinion. By
Oh,
association.
okay.
Yeah.
I think I heard Rudo say something to that same effect.
Retweets are endorsements, Rudo.
Yep.
Okay. Is that how it, all right.
That's not what I just heard.
Well, can you guys tell me any facts about Brett Burns?
Brett.
He played goalie a few days ago against a bunch of 11, 12-year-olds. He also kept the puck in to make sure that Vegas did not advance.
No. That's Brent Burns.
Brett.
I'm talking about Brett Burns.
Oh, did I say Brett Burns?
You
No,
don't
no.
know.
Oh,
You
wait.
didn't mess
Brett could be elite. You have no idea. He could be the future of the position. Okay.
Wait, who said Brett Burns? Now I'm missing the joke. too.
I'm concerned
Somewhere along the way of the start of this joke, someone like typoed it as Brett.
Brett Burns. Okay.
So-
Maybe Brett is better.
That's
than
what I'm
Cale.
saying. Yeah, we don't know. We don't know.
Could be. Great chance he is.
Eric says, hit the like, get more people in here, like and subscribe to the YouTube. That helps us out a ton. There's like 500 of you in here. Let's make it 1,000.
If anyone doesn't know, Eric is also D-line.
Yeah, that's D-line code. He makes the shirts.
I'm just kidding.
$5 from Ryan.
I agree with that.
Avs going to spend their day off at The Hague trying to convince the judge that the Preds were a military target. Not going to touch that one, but thank you, Ryan.
That one is great. What are you talking about? That's awesome.
$20 Canadian from Drew. You guys are awesome as always. I can't imagine the -3.5 pregame will pay as well next game. Hey, Blais. Sucks to suck Nashville. Yeesh.
I did. I thought that was funny.
If you're taking -3.5 at any time in any game, that's a real bet. You're feeling it. $10 from Cygnus. Is David Rittich allowed to chase his team around with a knife? So I was showing this tweet. I don't know who tweeted. I'm sorry, whoever tweeted this, but someone said, when a game like that happens, the goalie should be given a gun and do what they see fit
I was
in
going
the
to say
locker
for
room.
who.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that was just fair.
Oh, no, never mind.
But
Crazy game there, too.
That's
we watched the end of
wild.
the third overtime.
Did you?
Yeah,
I didn't see
we
it.
caught it. It just had, and it lined up with the Avs' second intermission. So
The X Factor.
dude,
first
sometimes
thought I had.
lucky, sometimes lucky. All right.
First thought I had.
$5 from Tyler. Oh, that's the Duchene we all remember, scoring after his team is already down big. At least he didn't Selly. Got him.
He's learned. He's learned.
Yeah.
He used to Selly.
Yeah.
When he was an Av, he would Selly.
He also said he wanted to play meaningful playoff hockey. So
Hey, he got the one series with Tampa and Columbus a couple years ago.
I guess.
Hey, he's
It's
also...
like Spider-Man. Everybody gets one.
Hey, look. He's playing meaningful hockey.
Blaze
Like,
is
he's
such
going
a
to be
dick.
in highlight reels after the season. Like, you will see him out there.
on the wrong end.
They
of
will
some
show,
shit.
like, look, it was 7-2. Duchene scored 2 goals.
He had them both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the perfect time. Can you bring up Taylor's tweet?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude.
Oh, that one's so good.
Who is Taylor?
Oops.
Whoopsie.
We are not winning, Taylor.
I feel like that's one that they probably should have just let go for their own.
Yeah, that's one you don't
they
touch.
memed themselves. It's like,
Not great.
Sometimes their admin engages in weird tweets. I don't know the decisions sometimes.
It's
did they try to? Who was it they tried to get cute with last year over the whole banner thing? And it's like, no, the joke is at your expense.
You're taking the L on this one.
They've dunked on Detroit before. Maybe it was Detroit.
Maybe was it that? Yeah,
It was Detroit, but they also did it to Vegas. So
I mean,
where do you stand there?
right.
It's okay if you do it to Vegas.
No, it was still like you can't punch
I know.
yourself in
It's-
the face.
It's so funny, like the banner thing. Love
Look,
it.
Yeah, dude.
Sometimes you got to be able to make fun of yourself, okay?
We will. There will definitely be a meme that I make where it's just, 2022 playoffs round 1, 0-4.
I love your little kitten
Yeah.
predators thing.
Yeah, that was fun. So like
Nashville
me
kitties.
and Eric did a bunch of like disparaging central teams. That one I took a lot of pride in.
That one was great.
Making it very soft. Somebody though tweeted from me from Nashville. I was like, this would be awesome for like the junior
Yeah.
like Preds team,
yeah.
like to have that as their logo.
It's
I was
a
like,
cute
yeah,
little logo.
you can use it.
How did we feel about the scrappiness, the goonery at the end of this game? I mean, Ryan
Expected.
Murray decided he was in like a death match with Cale Makar at one point. Are we fine with that? Is that playoff hockey, or is it the Preds being bums?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
I don't think it's bums. I mean, this is just playoff hockey. You saw it in every single game last night. Probably the other games tonight. I don't know.
I mostly, because I agree that I don't think but like, what else do you got tonight?
Yeah.
This is. Both teams talked about this in the week leading up. You can't win the series in game 1. Nathan MacKinnon talked yesterday and he said, hey, look, we are coming out. We want to get off to a good start. We want to, obviously we want to win game 1, but if we don't, that's all right. We'll regroup. We'll come back, blah, 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 blah. So you have to do that type of stuff in a series. You have to set the tone for the next game. I don't really believe in a lot of that stuff in the regular season because there's so much that goes into the regular season. There's so many variables. There's games in between. You kind of lose some of that intensity. No, like these two teams have to get back on the ice in 2 nights, and Nashville needs to have something to build on from this game. So that's just kind of what you see in these types of these types of nights. Minnesota did it last night. Hey, we're getting our heads kicked in. We have to find something to take out of this that, makes Colorado feel it. And when you're getting your head kicked in like this, that's all you got.
Man, Minnesota. I don't have them coming out of the first round.
Me either. $10 here from Jim, giving an extra 10 on top of however much DNVR's future. Taylor, we're not winning shirts. Well, gosh. Go Avs. Thank you very much,
Beautiful.
Jim.
I like the Avs' response to much of the scrappiness. I think they were being baited at a lot of points in this game, and different players, Josh Manson at points, step in place of like trying to bait Kadri into things.
That guy's going to
And
murder a few people in this series.
which one, Manson?
Manson.
I liked the edge that he played with tonight,
Yeah.
and I think he prevented things from escalating further.
Yep.
And I appreciated, as a team, the Avs' response to things. I mean, I think at one point with Ryan Johansson and Makar, he's giggling. Makar's just giggling.
Throw McDermott in.
People tweeted at me
Who
if I
cares?
think that
Who
should
cares?
happen for game 2, and I don't know if I think that should
Who
happen
cares?
for game 2.
One spot on that team and have that guy out on the ice?
If you get a
You wanna
2-0
get cute?
lead, if you get a 2-0 lead, I think it's a different conversation. But
You think that one position is going to sway
I think everything
these two
counts.
teams?
I think everything
I
counts.
disagree with that.
And my second point is, do you need McDermott? Like, honestly.
So
No, but it's fun just to be like, cool, we're going to dominate you in every aspect of this game. You want to like start being goons? Cool. Check
Yeah.
this guy out.
we're in, yeah.
Like, this is a guy that no one wants to fight If you've watched all year, no one wants to fight this guy. There's a reason for that.
It took Ryan Reeves a game and a half before he agreed to fight him. And like Ryan Reeves is
The real deal, yeah.
Yeah.
big dude. So Jared Bednar actually had my favorite quote of the season in today's post-game availability. And it was when he was asked about all the stuff after the whistle. And Meghan, I completely agree with you. What I liked about the way that the Avs handled that is they engaged to the point where it's, hey, you're not going to come push us around. You're not going to come bully anybody on this team, but we're not going to get carried away. We have no reason to. If you guys want to do that and just start a parade to the penalty box, fine. But, the question was asked, like, to Bednar, do you want to see your guys, getting really involved, getting really physical, and standing up for themselves and showing that they're tough? And he said, look, we're here to win hockey games. Like, we're not here to feel good about ourselves and to feel like tough guys. Yep. And he said, this isn't about your ego. It's about winning. So, and watching the way the Avs handled those, the way that Nashville tried to turn up the physicality tonight, showed me that they are here to win. They're not here to get involved in all the extracurricular. They'll kick your ass if they need to. Josh Manson straight up manhandled whoever that was trying to goat Kadri into something. Luke Cunnin, I think. Yep. And it's like, cool. We'll put you in your place, but we're not here to do that. We're here to score goals and win games, and we'll do all three if we need to. Yeah.
The thing that sells it for me is it's not just Josh Manson. You mentioned Cale Makar laughing it off. Valeri Nichushkin talking shit.
Yeah.
Bowen Byram on every other whistle was getting into it with the guy. Gabe Landeskog headlocking dudes.
Right.
Top to bottom, the lineup was like, not a single one of these guys is going to take it from Nashville.
That's
they
what
were
I was
all
going to say,
there.
right? Like, who are you going to pick on this team? Like, especially on that top
Even
line.
Gerard was holding his own physically.
Nukes was hilarious, though. Like, for a Russian to crack a smile, like,
what did he
what
say?
are you doing right now? Like, are you serious about this? Like, you really want to do this?
He's such a physically imposing.
That dude is in the weight room right now.
Yeah, straight. I'm 100%
Have you seen that dude
positive.
with his shirt off?
Yeah, it's wild.
You know when you like learn how to draw? I'm a designer, right? You're like the perfect male form is like a triangle, right?
Yeah.
That's him. You just draw, little nipples here and some six packs, and that's.
He's like Larry the Lobster,
yeah.
just jacked out of his mind.
Like, why are you
Yeah.
Claws for hands. It adds up. Okay.
How are you going to mess with that dude?
Right.
Is Valeri Nichushkin actually a lobster? That's where this podcast is at.
And so everything that you just said goes all the way back to the Nathan MacKinnon fight that you guys all told me I was an idiot for. No, I'm just kidding. But...
No, you're right.
I'll stand behind that.
That is the exact type of stuff, though, that like when you get to a night like tonight, that is where I seriously think the Nathan MacKinnon fight and what that kind of stood for matters. Yeah, you took a run at Mikko Rantanen, and it doesn't matter who's out here. Nathan MacKinnon will beat the tires off you if he needs to. And so, like, I don't remember which one of you said it, but when you're sitting there, if you're Nashville staring up and down these lineup, you're like, well, where's the line that we pick on? Like, where do we expose them?
Yep.
You got Andrew Pagliano.
You go after Gerard.
Yeah. Do you?
They even
Sam said
like
no.
he was out there throwing it around tonight.
Yeah.
And by the way, his D partner's Josh Manson.
That's what I mean. That's a deterrent. Like,
Right,
you're not picking fights with that dude.
So yeah, you're not going after Gerard. All those guys in the bottom. Abe Kubel straight up dropped. I think was it Yossi or Forsberg.
I think it's Forsberg.
I mean, just dropping fools out there. It's like, what do you do?
Yeah.
Take that L is what you do.
Yeah.
I don't know. I genuinely I expect Nashville to play better in game 2, but I don't know how they come in feeling confident about anything.
It's going to be a little bit closer of a game. Like we said, the Avs wanted to come out and show the last few weeks where we were taking off and now we're serious, right? So you're going to see a closer game. I just don't think Nashville has anything to just keep up with the Avs.
This has got to be a disheartening one because if there was, and I don't know, maybe I'm proven completely wrong, but if you're Nashville, this was the game to try to take advantage of ooh, maybe they're looking past us. Ooh, maybe, no one's giving us a chance. And just to see the level of preparation the Avs came out with, that's if you're Nashville's coaching staff, you say all the right things, but they have to be in an office right now going, holy smokes.
What do we change?
Right. What do you do? What do you adjust?
What do you do when Forsberg doesn't show up? What do you do when Roman Josi doesn't show up? They were trying to produce stuff, but they didn't get anything done tonight.
Right. I
That's
really,
concerning.
How do you fix goaltending?
Right.
I mean, and again, that's the bigger part, right?
Right.
The goaltending is an issue.
But that's a great point because there's no adjustments for that.
that-
I don't think UC Saros is in Denver.
Nope.
This is your tandem. Connor Ingram was fine.
Acceptable against an Avs team that they've shifted it down a gear.
Right. That transition to cool.
It's
we're-
5-0.
We're fine holding this.
Yeah.
Put Duchene in net.
Yeah. I mean,
Avs would shoot even harder, I think,
Yeah,
probably.
dude.
But
EJ would break everyone's shin pads trying to get
Just
pucks
getting-
on net. Yeah.
he broke a couple today.
Bet he did.
Genuinely.
You know your flashlight's on?
Oh, jeez. No wonder your battery dies all the
I
time.
feel like I'm in bottle service.
I don't know how that happened.
And the part that we talked about it for 30 seconds off the top. Nathan MacKinnon, 3-point night. Mikko Rantanen, 3-point night. And we didn't even see playoff Mikko. Mikko started getting
This close to scoring.
Yeah.
I really needed him to touch that puck.
Yeah.
But it's wild to think that you saw the not full blast version of Mikko Rantanen tonight, and the Avs might have something more to give there. And they spent 40 minutes of this game being the Harlem Globetrotters.
Right.
Halfway through the second period, they're like, maybe we can pass the puck 8 times before we score.
Everyone touches it twice before you can shoot. Well, then the other thing that we haven't talked, and maybe you guys talked about it before I got back from availability, Nathan MacKinnon has had a look in his eye all week.
Yeah.
And I mean, he was going to score 2 goals tonight come hell or high water.
Yep.
He just, that was playoff Nate.
It was 6-1, and the dude ripped a bomb into the back of the net.
You look at the charts, right, where McKinnon stands on playoff points for playoffs in the season. Was it the
Points per game, yeah.
Yeah, points per game. Was it 2017-18? I can't remember what year it was.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that guy just has another level.
Well, I haven't looked at it, so a 3-point night for him tonight. I'm sure it changed a little bit. He's 4th all-time coming into tonight in points per game, and he's probably moved him up to second or
in the
third.
right direction, yeah.
After tonight. And obviously that one's a little bit more fluid. You can go up and down, but I mean, look, this was Nathan MacKinnon's hallmark when he walked across the stage on draft day.
Yep.
You are getting a guy that shows up in the big moments. Not only does he not shrink in the spotlight, it seems like he grows and embraces that even more, going all the way back to the Calder Cup finals. I mean, there's countless examples in his career.
Why Sakic moved up to grab him was his playoffs,
right?
When he was playing junior hockey.
Yeah.
There were 3 or 4 guys on that list that year that could have gone first. Mm-hmm. And without getting into the what ifs of that conversation, today it's pretty easy to say the Avs chose the right guy.
Right. And at the time,
versus the other guy that they were definitely hot on.
Right. There was a lot of criticism at the time for them not taking Seth Jones because they so desperately needed defense. But this is one of those great examples, and super easy with hindsight. When you're in that position that high in the draft, you do just take the best, most talented player available, and you go from there. And he turned into the face of the franchise that they've built this around.
Yep.
And he, once again, is showing why they took that
They were right.
gamble, if you even want to call it that at this point.
That's like betting on over 2.5 goals in a hockey game.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, he's been phenomenal since his very first playoff game, and he said yesterday we are going to have to drive the bus, and there's a lot of good nights tonight, but he gets everything going with the first goal of the game.
Yep.
I think he's got a helper on the second one.
Yep.
He drove the bus.
Yep.
Again,
I picked them.
Don't know what more you can ask. $5 late super chat here from President John Adams. My mom passed back in March. She never missed a game and cheered louder than anyone else. I still feel that energy when the boys are flying. Go Avs. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, man, that got me like a little emotional.
Yeah.
Who was her favorite player, John Adams?
There you go. We would love to know who the favorite player was.
John Adams. That's great.
I think John Adams' mom probably passed a little bit ago.
Yeah. Real
But-
John Adams. Well, I guess his name could also be John Adams, but
Yeah, not that John
President
Adams.
John Adams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would be a tough sell. I cannot go without mentioning what a game, Rangers versus Pens.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm bummed I didn't get to watch and enjoy it. It seemed wild.
Unfortunately, the Pens did lose Casey DeSmith in the.
To cramping though.
Yeah, they'll probably be fine, and they won the game, so they can't be that mad. Comfort jersey.
I like the third
Let's
line
go.
tonight.
Yes, I thought every line was good, but especially when you got down into the depth, and I think it's something that shows up in the playoffs is everyone is Logan O'Connor level, full gas when you get to a bottom six, and it stood out 100%.
Yeah.
Well, this is what you always talk about too, right? Like you need your big guys to be your big guys. Check. But then you also need that bottom six to be productive and give you those points. Like again tonight, you might not have needed it, but it's always good to have those guys clicking, and you never know when those guys will come up big in later games.
Yeah. Did you guys watch any of the Stars Flames?
Did not.
What a horrifically boring looking game.
1-0.
1-0. Shots were 26-16.
Oh,
Experienced Stars hockey.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was that just 55 minutes in the neutral zone?
Brutal.
Jeez.
Regroups.
Brutal.
Yeah. Played the whole game like it was 3-on-3 overtime.
All right. So, final thoughts on game one? Any expectations for game two? What do we got?
Less explosive game, still going to be Avs on top. They're just going to take it to this team. Like I did come out and say it was going to be a 4-2 series. I'm regretting that. 4-0, maybe 4-1 if the Preds are lucky and the Avs take one night off.
Yeah. Megan?
I thought tonight was going to be 4-2 for goals, and so I'm going to say that for game two is 4-2.
All right.
Yeah.
I like that one.
If the Avs do this to Nashville again, Avs in 3.
Yeah, I think you guys both, or all three of you guys, just kind of nailed it. I think you're going to get a much better effort from Nashville. I think you'll probably have a first period 1-1, 2-1. But I think this is one of those nights where the Avs smell a little bit of blood and cool. Let's get this wrapped up, get this put away, and set to the next one. My last thing that I've got, I didn't want to say this earlier, too close to the Avaka read.
Okay, here we go.
I did confirm today with the folks over at Altitude, there is no ESPN blackout locally for this first round. So I had a couple people confirm that for me tonight. But for all of you out there watching, if you did find a way to stream it tonight, you should go get Avaka TV either way. But Altitude is not blacking out any of these first round games here locally. So everyone in Denver and the metro area can watch this super fun team.
For what it's worth, Avaka does get ABC.
Yep.
So when it is like Cup Finals and they actually put it on the Big Boy channel, you will get ABC.
And with Avaka, you'll be able to get a lot of the other national games and stuff, because every game it's like the NFL during playoffs. Every game's national, you can get everything.
Yep.
So,
I love the way that they staggered it. I was like, why are they doing it? I didn't figure it out. And then yesterday I was like, oh, right.
okay,
Like,
now we have to get into this.
no, it's perfect because those games are going in to intermission.
How hard is it? How hard is it?
What do
We
you
have
mean?
to sit here for 82 games and watch 14 games a night start at 5 p.m. Eastern, and then 3 games start at 9 p.m. Eastern, and they all go to intermission at the same time. And then the playoff starts. The NHL's like, hey, guys, we had a great idea. We're going to stagger these starts by 20 minutes. And it's like, oh, my fuck. I just sat here for 6 months watching intermissions all line up at the same time for every game, and now one night into playoffs, and they nailed it. How hard is it to do this every night?
Wow, I didn't think I was going to trigger that
Yeah,
from you.
Jesse.
Dude,
Jesse
oh
going off.
my God. I was so happy when I saw them doing that, but I was equally pissed off in the exact same moment. So I was like, this is all any of us have asked for all year long. Just stagger the starts so I don't have to watch 5 different
it's-
intermissions at the same time.
It's incredible that they learned nothing from the bubble.
Right.
Where everyone was
Right.
like, just let me watch hockey all day, every day. This is amazing. Like,
This is the greatest thing of all time. This is all we've ever wanted. Please just keep this going. Like, oh, okay, cool. They all start at the same time. And oh, by the way, we're going to make sure all the commercial breaks line up too.
it's brutal. It's brutal out there. This game was not brutal, though.
Ah.
This game was amazing. I hope all of y'all have immaculate vibes for the rest of the night.
Yes,
You
thanks
better.
for bringing it back. I wanted
Let's
to
go.
see it.
Yes!
I was waiting for that to come back.
I mean, that does look like a
It
crab
looks-
affected by nuclear
No,
radiation.
but look at the perfect triangle.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's there.
It's just simple geometry, chat.
Yeah.
You can't argue with it. Okay?
Is it
immaculate
disrespectful-
design.
Is it disrespectful to put Lekkonen's face on the other one because everyone just calls him a mini Val? That is disrespectful. That's great though. Give me that shirt,
I
Blais.
like that.
How tough are you?
Pretty sure that's running over a few copyright laws there.
We're off the rails.
Oh God, that's
We're-
so good.
We're
How
out of
tough are
here,
ya?
chat. We'll be live tomorrow at 1 p.m. talking about how Nashville is soft or something. I don't know. We love all y'all. Be sure to tune in on the next one. Until then, we will talk to you later.